Forex Daybreak podcast, where we trade the Forex market with you. Entry, target, exit, and stop loss levels are covered when we walk you through every trade made in the show. 5% of Forex traders are profitable, and you can be among the winners. If you wish to find out profitable trade signals in the Forex market, Forex Daybreak is the show for you. Now, let's begin today's episode.
Welcome to episode 59. We are not going to do any trading today, at least not in the morning, but we are going to look at a few pairs and get a little follow-up on the yesterday's trades and big moves on the market. It is recommended that you will learn to read the market yourself and not just blindly enter trades based on my signals or from any other signal provider. I will not take responsibility from your trading losses or credit from your profits. Okay, that said, let's start this episode. Okay, let's look at Euro USD, this 4-hour chart. And yesterday we got a nice powerful decline as was expected. The FOMC statement did not really bring any new nuances to the table, but still the result was a decline in Euro USD and in other Euro pairs as well. Not so much of dollar strength, but Euro weakness was witnessed in many pairs. So now we can see a very clear five-way structure formed in Euro USD. We can draw it here on the chart. So from 114.94 to 113.05, the first wave, then advance to 113.86 as wave 2, then a powerful decline all the way down to 109.96 for wave 3, the upwards move wave 4 around 111.06, and then yesterday the decline as wave 5 around 108.8 was the low yesterday, price now 109.3. We might get a small push downwards, but next I'm expecting a larger correction and perhaps we will see a move towards the support line I have on my charts, which connects this whole and supports this whole corrective structure we have just finished. So next move I'm expecting, next larger move would be a corrective move towards 111.4, 111.3 levels, and after that another even more powerful five-way structure would form to the downside. So let's see now the daily chart on this pair. So on the daily chart we can see, or we can draw the support line which has held on many occasions, has been supporting this whole corrective structure. So multiple times it has held. 1, 2, 3. 3 times on a decline this support level has held, and now we have broken through it, and I think this is the next larger wave down. So in this daily chart we can see we have waves 1 and 2, now a first five-way structure of this larger wave 3, and now we can expect a retest of this support level and then a move lower as next larger five-way structure will form to the downside. Alright, we can also look at this in a 1-hour chart. Here we can see on the 1-hour chart the five-way structure is very clear. Let's draw it again. So 114.94 was the high when this started. Now we can see very clear five-wave structure, and right around that level we projected earlier this week. 108.9 is my Fibonacci level and we targeted this level yesterday when we traded this pair. We got quite good results. 150 pip was the whole take on the trades we got. We had 2 trades yesterday, so about 100 pip profit on Euro USD. So quite a successful trade in my opinion. So next move, in my opinion, we can maybe see one more decline, one smaller wave down. If we take a look at this smaller 5-wave structure, the 5th wave structure, we can maybe expect one more move down, perhaps slightly below the 1089 level. But next larger move I'm expecting to be towards the support level around 111 level, and when we see the completion of that correction, then we can start thinking about the next move down. We can possibly trade this upwards move if we get a decent clear corrective structure. Maybe zigzag correction would be much more easier to trade than overlapping sideways structure, but let's see how this develops. We are not going to do any trading today in this pair. Alright, let's look at dollar yen. So yesterday we traded this as well, not so good results as in Euro USD, but still about a 50 pip profit. We didn't get even close to our take profit level, and we might still be forming the wave B correction since the price structure is looking more corrective than impulsive. So perhaps we will see a 3-wave structure before we can start the next larger move to the upside. But at this point, very unclear what is the next move in dollar yen. We are forming a corrective structure, so we cannot expect any clear impulsive structure. This is a double tree correction and the Y part of this, so it should form ABC structure, and as we can see, the advance from 118.06 is not very clear impulsive structure. So next wave higher can be similar than the advance from 118.06. Let's briefly look at other pairs on which we saw a big move yesterday. Euro pound was one of those pairs, and Euro pound has also formed a 5-wave structure already. My degree is off in my opinion. These are not the minute wave degree labels. I will correct them later, it's not important right now. The important thing is that we can see a 5-wave structure in here as well as in Euro USD, so we can expect more downside after we have corrected this 5-wave structure. We can expect a little more downside on this. So very similar wave structure than in Euro USD has formed in Euro pound. So perhaps we see a small downwards move, then a corrective structure to the upside, and then the next larger wave down. Since we have now a 5-wave structure, this 04792 level is looking more and more certain that we have important top on Euro pound. Alright, let's see Euro yen. Also declined yesterday, and we have touched or are very near touching the lower end of this trend line. The triangle trend line I have drawn on my charts. If we push through this triangle trend line, then there is possibly some other structure forming here. I'm going to keep my triangle scenario for now, since we have still not violated this triangle trend line. But if we continue to the downside and move below 131, then I can do a revision on this wave count and see what is the next best wave structure to count here. But at this point I'm expecting maybe little more downside, but then next larger move should be to the upside if we are in a triangle formation. Let's see Euro Canadian dollar next. This 146 support level did not act as resistance level, so perhaps it is not important level anymore. We can actually get rid of it. There's a new supportive level or channel forming here. Perhaps we can draw it. So something like this maybe. So if we take a look at this structure, we can perhaps make out the first two waves of next large decline. So maybe waves 1 and 2 are now completed, and then we might see more downside on this pair. Euro Canadian dollar has not followed my expectations as nicely as other pairs, but still the long-term projections and long-term analysis is in line. So more downside is expected on Euro Canadian, but the structure right now is quite hard to figure out what would be the next move here. So let's see how this develops and keep an eye on this pair as well. Okay, that's all for today. Visit the show notes at ForexDayBreak.com/59, and let me remind you that you can get this video analysis, daily trading signals, and access to my trading system when you subscribe to my basic membership. Membership fee is only $10 a month, and I have a 14-day free trial for you to test out my service. You can cancel with one click, so this is truly a risk-free offer. Go to ForexDayBreak.com/basic and sign up. More trades tomorrow, happy trading, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.
Thanks for your interest in Forex Daybreak Daily Podcast. If you like this show, we hope you'll visit our website, www.ForexDayBreak.com. Be sure to check the show notes on our website for this episode. Join us next time for another episode of Forex Daybreak.